that's another thing. When it seems like you're going to a church where everybody's being blessed, when you start telling them, hey, it's been abuse at the crib, it's almost like if your parents were doctors and y'all seem to have this picture perfect family, but one of the kids comes out and be like, hey, my dad has been molesting us, but nobody wants to believe it because that was how it was. It was like nobody wanted to believe it because they're like, there's no way this happened, but this and but that. And the way, and for my mom, it was like the way I saw your life change. I'm like, yeah, because I believed what he said, but he didn't believe it. He wasn't practicing what he was preaching. You know what I'm saying? And so that's different. And so it really sucked, if I could be honest, to have to contend for my right to be broken, which turned me off from the church even more. I'm like, what am I going to come up in here for? Because y'all can't even help me. I had pastors that apologized to me after the fact because they realized later, some cases years, that how they responded to me in the moment, they were like, dang, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm so sorry. And I appreciate it. But I'm like, man, what you did, it could have destroyed me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was terrible.
That's even a check for me. And I think even when we were on the last meeting with, in discipleship, in talking about suffering and things like that, I have definitely had moments where I have been the person where I guess maybe I've been on both ends, but I guess maybe sometimes it's easier to recognize what you need in, like, I need someone to just validate like my humanity right now.
That's it.
When you are the person who's wounded, right? But when you're on the other side, and I think this is just honestly maybe the other side of our humanity, is we have no idea how to handle your wounds, right? So I have been the person that has, made the mistake of like trying to like kind of throw God in the situation, like kind of maybe quickly, or dare I say even prematurely.
Yeah.
Not letting the person have space to just like breathe and be angry and have all their feelings and whatever. Like all of the things we know, forgive, and all of the things, the principles that are there, and the faith and the spiritual stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the emotional side of the heartbreak.
Yes.
That is so difficult to just handle. I'm learning more and more though, that oftentimes, and I think that's just maybe kind of like the religious side that can come with church or whatever, but when we when we on our own aren't really in tune with our own hearts, or are well versed in giving God our own emotions, like if that's not even part of like our church period, then it almost would make sense that this is kind of the fruit of what you would expect, right? Like, no, don't feel that, or why we have so much abuse, right? No, we don't talk about that. We gotta be, we gotta serve, we gotta do this, we have to be human doings. And it's like, no, I'm a human, like, being. So this whole, I think everything you experience is even, I think, just even a peek at overall, I think what I think the shaking a bit that is happening even right now in the church, of even so many leaving and walking away, and so much abuse and different things coming to the forefront, because I do think this is like the time of like, hey, we need to get a better handle on, or maybe not we need to get a better handle on our humanity, but we need to make room for brokenness and nuance, and
and I feel like we just need to walk in love.
Like weep with those who weep, right? Like we don't know for all these different things, right? For me, that really opened up, like, I don't know how to really like sit in pain.
No.
I don't know how to not only endure suffering, really know what to do when someone else is suffering.
Yeah. We want to run right past it because that's something that I ain't trying to have linger. You know what I'm saying? That's inconvenient and it's disrupting my vibe.
Let's go collect it. Like,
Right. It's like, so nah. So we try to figure out how to quickly put it in a box and be like, okay, I'm past that. You know what I mean? And it's funny, I'm very task oriented, right? In the sense of once I realize something's wrong, I'm like, ooh, okay, what do I need to do to fix it? Come up with a plan, execute that mug, I'm on to the next because I ain't got time, right? But, when it's matters of the heart, and it's things that have gone unchecked for so long, and a big part of why it's gone on for so long is because you really didn't know how to deal with it in the first place.
mm-hmm.
It forces you right on into, learning to deal with it.